hear me? I don't have an external microphone with me, so I hope the sound is still good enough. Let me see. All right. I'm trying to make sure that the chat is live. If you can see me and hear me properly, do let me know. I'm actually in Basel, Switzerland, at the Rhine. Very beautiful view here. And I think today we're going to be talking about the cryptocurrency dump that just happened, and mainly looking at the psychological aspects of that. So let's wait for a few people to join, and I'll show you a little bit where I am at. And yeah, do let me know if you've got questions about the cryptocurrency space at the moment. If you're a newer person in the cryptocurrency market, I'm pretty sure that these corrections are not something that's fun to experience. But yeah, I'm gonna try and help reduce the emotional stress that you've got by answering some questions and talking a little bit about my experiences investing in the cryptocurrency space. Alrighty, we've got a four viewers at the moment. Yeah, do let me know in the chat if you're panicking, if you're calm with the market. Also, do let me know if this is working and you can hear me crisp and clear. I don't see any likes yet, so do make sure that you like the video. That's more like it. Also, let me know where you're tuning in from and what your expectations are for the market. So the funny thing is, like, the longer you're in the cryptocurrency market, the more resistant emotionally you become to these like volatilities that you might be experiencing. And yeah, I mean, it is painful if you just like bought the top and then the market like drops 20% and then you're losing money. It does suck a bit. Now, I think it's really important to think about the reasons why you're investing in the cryptocurrency space. Like, are you doing it to earn a lot more money? Are you doing it because you think the technology is great? I think as soon as you try and identify the core reason why you're investing in the cryptocurrency space, it will make these corrections a lot easier to stomach. Now, let me elaborate a little bit more on that and hopefully explain why I'm actually so bullish in the cryptocurrency space, even though now people are panicking left and right. You see like the cow screaming emergency, Bitcoin down, blah 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 blah, and you see many other cryptocurrency YouTubers screaming that the market is crashing, that you should sell or whatever kind of fear mongering they're trying to do. And I feel like that's not something that I want to do. I want to actually make sure that you feel safe in the space, that you do not do anything in the space through like emotions. That means you don't sell because of emotions, you don't buy because of emotions. I think that's one of the most important messages that I've got for you. So yeah, that's basically it. Don't actually react to the market emotionally. Now, if you're maybe put a little bit too much money at the last top, I just like recommend that you um, just like close close the close your portfolios, close your tracking apps and so on. Take a walk, maybe don't look at it for a few days. So I've got one great question. Now I have to see why, but the messages are disappearing. All right. How can you tell the difference between a heavy correction and the start of a bear market? Now that's a really great question. And the way that I see it is, from my experience in the 2017 bull run, the last portion of the bull run, like the euphoria stage, the market just went ballistics. Now, in this video, I won't be going over charts But tomorrow I'll be doing a market update showing you the current situation of the market and where I think we'll be heading. But in this video, I'll mostly be talking about the psychology. Now, the thing is, I'm not an oracle. I can't predict where the market's going, what's going to happen, and so on. The only thing that I can do is dollar cost average into the market and dollar cost average out of the market. That's the only thing that I do, and I do it based on moving averages. Now, to answer the question, how do I know when it's a bear market? So very often what I would use is the 200-day moving average, and as soon as we start dipping below this or start like very strong corrections towards the 200-day moving average and we break some important trend lines, then I realize that we actually entered into a bear market. But in the end, no one really knows. And the thing is, during the 2017 bull run, there was like countless 30%, 40% corrections all the way to the top. So people were like saying in 2017, like when BTC went to $10,000, they were saying, oh, it's going to crash, it's going to crash, it's going to go to $2,000, blah, blah, blah. And then it went up to 20,000. So timing in the market is extremely difficult, even for all of those other YouTubers that are doing their technical analysis. And I think technical analysis is fantastic, but it doesn't actually predict the future. It just shows where we are at the moment in the market, how bullish or bearish the trend is. So yeah, that's basically it. My personal perspective of this bull run is that we are actually, like, I would say like 1/3 of the way there. If you look at the previous bull runs, which I believe the first one was like in 2012, the second one was in 2014, the third one was in 2017, and now the fourth one is in 2021. But if you look at like the durations, it's really interesting because like I believe the first bull run was maybe like 12 months long. The second one was double amount, I think it was 24 months. The third bull run was 36 months. And I extrapolate from these data points that the fourth bull run, so the one that actually started somewhere around end of 2019, is going to last somewhere maybe possibly at the 50-month range. And now we're already 22 months into this bull run, so I think there's still quite a lot of growth. Now the other thing is, what I think is going to happen, the longer these bull runs and these cycles, like you've got the bull cycle, the bear cycle, I think what is going to happen is the more money flows into the market, the less volatile the market is going to be. Do let me know if you've got some questions. Chainlink, I'm super bullish on Chainlink, but you always have to realize at some point an asset might not grow as fast as it used to. So for example, Chainlink already had like a massive rise. You're gonna have to think about, all right, if I get into this asset right now, am I gonna like experience a 2x, a 5x, a 10x? What is actually realistic? So for example, with Bitcoin, I feel like a 2x or 3x is realistic at the peak. That means like 160, even 200,000 at the peak is realistic. However, like saying BTC could do a 10x during this bull run is a bit far-fetched in my opinion. The same with Chainlink and so on. So I think it's really important to look at the market cap, not the price per coin, but how large is the market cap, and then compare it with like the top. So for example, you compare the Chainlink market cap with the price of BTC market cap, and then look at how many X could it potentially reach in order to reach the same market cap of BTC. I'm not, if I remember correctly, I think the Chainlink market cap at the moment is possibly at 14 billion US dollars, and BTC market cap is at, I think, 1 trillion US dollars. So definitely a lot of leeway there to go upwards, but you've still got Ethereum that's still got to grow. In my opinion, in the next 5 years, the top 10 cryptocurrencies are going to possibly have a 1 trillion US dollar market cap. So I think every time that you have these corrections, I recommend that you look at the long-term aspect. If you're like really panicking about the market at the moment, that's possibly because you've got too much money in the market. That's a fact. 14 people in the stream. Do let me know how you're dealing with this, if you're like super calm, and I really want to provide some guidance, some thoughts, some psychological element to my videos in order for people to like be more calm in the markets, because I really can't stand all of these emergency videos where they go, the market is dropping, and yeah, everything is going to zero. I'm not going to name any names, but I'm pretty sure you see all of these open mouth people like this, screaming that the market is dropping, but in the end, like, no one knows. So let me show you actually the current. Hi, Leandro. Sorry, not Leandro, Leonardo. Look at the nice view here. I'm in Basel, Switzerland. This is the Rhine, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Here in the summer, we often go swimming. It's very warm in the summer. Well, very warm. I mean, like warm for Switzerland. I'm not sure where you're located. Possibly, if you're in warmer countries, it's going to be way warmer. But yeah. So I just had a pretty cool question. I think I'll answer that about my top coins. Let me see. Voros, names. Well, I'm not too sure which ones are the ones that are like doing some either FUD or I think Crypto is pretty popular with the open mouth FUD. I think Carl the Moon is also really popular guy that does some FUD. But yeah, nothing against them. It's just not my style, and I prefer that you guys make money in the market and don't like start selling because of some kind of emotion. It's the same with these advertisings that you see in the TV in the US, where it's this fear mongering basically. The fear mongering trying to get you to buy stuff because of fear. But let's get to the coins that I like. Chase, Bologna, in your opinion, what are your top 5 to 10 year coins? 5 to 10 year coins. That's like, I'm very bullish on everything that has to do with the cryptocurrency space. So any kind of project that brings the cryptocurrency space further, I'm super bullish upon. So that means everything that has to do with the infrastructure. So smart contract platforms, super bullish upon. You've got Ethereum, you've got Polkadot, Cardano. You've got other ones, you've got like Solana, you've got Near Protocol, which is pretty cool. Now, not all of them will survive, and I feel like the ones that I'm most bullish upon in the smart contract platforms will be Polkadot, Ethereum, and Cardano. Now, what is also really important are oracles, because they bring off-chain data onto the chain, and yeah, that's important. So you've got Chainlink and Band Protocol. Those are really cool. Mohamed, Adela, are you? I'm calm because I'm trying to discipline myself to hold till next bull run. Well, that's really important. I definitely recommend that if you're actually investing in the market and you exit out of the market, it's really important that you like keep a hodl position. Like you can either you have different kind of investment strategies. Me personally, the investment strategy that I'm going to do is actually move with the cycles, like the bull and the bear cycles. I'm going to buy when the market's low and sell a little bit, a portion of my assets when the market is high. A certain part of my portfolio I'm never going to sell. Now, the assets that are like the portion of my assets that I'll definitely not sell are definitely Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano. Those ones I'm definitely going to be holding like maybe 25 or 35% of my stack. I'm going to be holding for 5 years, 10 years, something like that, because I'm really bullish on these platforms. So yeah. Leonardo S. Which year did you start doing crypto? Well, the funny thing is, I actually started becoming interested in cryptocurrency I think in 2014 I remember like I was talking with a friend, we are talking about Satoshi Nakamoto. We actually started reading the white paper in 2014, but I didn't have the vision to really start investing. I think I remember when the 2014 bubble happened and then it popped. And then 2015 was actually the first time that I started buying some Bitcoin. But I didn't really have the foresight to see that this could be a pretty cool investment. I just thought, oh, this is really awesome. I'm going to buy some Bitcoin, buy some stuff on the internet. I'm not going to say what. And yeah, I do know that I bought a VPN subscription for something like 0.8 BTC. At some point I had like, I don't know, 5 or even 10 BTC that I bought and then I sold and so on. So the massive amount of crypto that I bought in 2015 and so on, I sold again because I didn't really think of it too much as an investment. Then what I actually did is in 2017 I met up with I met a really cool guy who started talking to me about Ethereum. I had no clue what Ethereum was. He's like, oh, this is really cool. You have to like listen to that, listen to this new project. And then I started uh, learning about Ethereum. That was pretty awesome. And then actually in 2017, I would say around May, I bought most of my BTC and ETH and so on, and I rode the whole Bitcoin bull run, crypto bull run in 2017. I had massive amounts of shitcoins back then, especially like in October, November, December. Like I don't know, even though IOTA performed pretty well now, but like I had a lot of IOTA, I had Substratum, that's a dead coin. Then I had Vertcoin. I remember the whole BitConnect debacle. I think that was hilarious. All the people that fell for the BitConnect scam. That was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, a lot of people got wrecked by that. But yeah, that was that time. Yeah, and then basically like I rode the wave. I think I made a crazy amount of profits. I started like the two in 2017. I think I just started with like $3,000 or $4,000. You have to see, like I was a student, I had no money. I just started working and I had, yeah, I mean, a little bit of savings and so on. I threw that into the cryptocurrency space in 2017 and I turned these, I think it was $3,000 or $4,000. I turned it into 80,000, and in the blink of an eye, a lot of it vanished during the 2018 bear market. I actually sold quite a bit. I exited with profit. So I think I took maybe 20,000 out of the market, and then I took a sabbatical, went traveling, and then I tried to actually start a company already back then with marketing. Unfortunately, it failed. So yeah, that was more or less that. At the end of 2018, I had no crypto at all when I started accumulating again during 2019, 2020, and so on. So most of my crypto holdings were accumulated during 2019, 2020. Yeah, even though I had a pretty good job and I can't complain, it wasn't like a super high paying job or anything like that. So like saving a few hundred, we've got Swiss francs, we don't have dollars here, but saving like a few hundred Swiss francs here and there every month, it doesn't mean that you can like throw massive amounts to the market, but I can't complain. I had fantastic returns also now. But I uploaded a video yesterday where I talked about quitting my job, and I think it's really important to realize that I'm actually not like relying on any of my cryptocurrency profits or gains. I've got most of my cryptocurrency profits in the market at the moment, and yeah, I've sold maybe a little bit, just a little bit, but that's just as a safety so I don't have to live under a bridge in the next few months. Yeah. So that was like a bit of my short story of how I got into cryptocurrency. Maybe at some point I do a portfolio reveal with my top coins. Maybe for my 10,000 subscriber video, maybe I'll do that. So yeah, if you've got questions, do not hesitate to ask. Maybe I do a portfolio reveal, but I think it's really important to know. I'm not sure. Like I've got this impression that people might think I've got like millions because I got in so early. Unfortunately, that's not the case. I've got a pretty moderate portfolio. I'm still happy. I mean, it would take me ages to accumulate such a portfolio. But yeah, I definitely don't have millions, because you might have seen like the BitBoy's video where he like showed his 10 million US dollar, um, 10 million US dollar portfolio. I definitely don't have anything close to that. I don't even have anything close to a million. So, um, yeah, about that. I mean, the funny thing is, like, as soon as I started this channel, I've been getting massive amounts of emails from companies like, oh, like, look at this shitcoin here. We want to give you like $5,000 or $10,000 to make a video about that. But I feel like it's important for me that, like, I build up trust on this channel. I don't want to be like some other YouTubers, I'm not going to name any names again, that show coins and then dump on the subscribers and so on. I actually want you guys to, like, realize that this decentralized lifestyle that I'm trying to live is something that you also can achieve, because there's so much opportunity in the market. And I feel like as soon as you realize like what kind of technology is behind all of this, it's not just like numbers going up, you make money, but you realize that this technology is basically as revolutionary or even more revolutionary than as the internet was back in 1990 something. I think it's starting to rain a little bit. I'm feeling some water drops. Oh, it's starting to get a bit heavy. Crypto is freedom. Yeah, Andrew Jones, that's definitely the case. It allows you to do a lot more. So there are many cryptocurrency jobs in the space, and I feel like people don't realize that at the moment. If you can do something, you have to, like, maybe programming, web development, creating memes, and stuff like that. You should actually try and find a side gig in the cryptocurrency space, especially in DeFi. Now, this is not fake or anything like that, but this is really, really cool. I actually looked at the Yearn Finance. um, it's like account statements where they show how much they pay to developers and so on. And there's actually one position that went to a Twitter influencer. I'm not sure how many subscribers he had, but basically was paid $7,000 per month just to create Yearn Finance memes. I mean, like, think about that. That's just like incredible. And the thing is, like, you could be living anywhere in the world and do memes. So social media management, if you're good at doing memes, you can actually find jobs in the DeFi space. So I haven't really talked about this, but because I'm still on the fence if this is like gray area or not. I'm not completely comfortable, but there's like a platform, and you do something that's called social mining, where basically people do different things, like they create memes for projects, or they create Reddit posts and so on. So in other words, it's kind of like shilling. So I'm not really comfortable with that, or suggesting that that should be done as a job. However, if you're familiar with social media, you're familiar with memes, or you're familiar with writing blog articles, you can definitely find a well-paying side gig in the cryptocurrency space. So I'll definitely be making more videos about that. Stephen Meyer, will Cardano make a comeback? I'm not sure what you're meaning with if Cardano can make a comeback. I think like the price is fantastic. I'm not really sure when your like entry is. I've been talking about Cardano for a long time now. Of course, it has had a massive price rally over the last few months, so a pullback is to be expected. But if you look at other coins that had massive rallies, very often they have like an incredibly steep pullback. And this is not something that has really happened with Cardano. It's dropped maybe like, I think maybe 25 or 30%. I'm not sure what the price is. Might be $1.20, something like that. But it's to be expected that you have a bit of a retracement after such a massive rally. I just like stay calm, and especially there's like so many updates coming for the Cardano blockchain in the next few months. I think at the end of April there should be the testnet for the smart contracts, and the smart contracts should go live in August. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Oh, look, I've got a little buddy here coming, saying hi. Yeah, that's Swiss wildlife. Hi, Be Fresh. Happy that you entered. My entry is $0.1. Well, then you've got nothing to worry, in my opinion. I hope you're staking. Stefan Meyer, I think you said, or even the name states that you might be from Germany. I think you asked him one of the streams about the staking in Germany. And if I'm not mistaken, staking in Germany is counting towards Einkommensteuer. Yeah, it's like a salary. Yeah. So if you, like also in Switzerland, all of my staking rewards, I'm going to have to count that towards my salary, which is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, at least we've got a bit better taxes than in Germany. Well, zero. I mean, the thing is with Cardano, especially if you've got like a low price, I'm incredibly grateful that I managed to get in a like super low price. I think the lowest I managed to buy some Cardano was maybe 0.04 cents, and my average buying price is like 0.07, 0.08, somewhere like that. Now, of course, it would suck if it would like drop all the way down like to 50 cents or something like that. But I believe that the Cardano technology is pretty interesting. I like what they're doing. The roadmap, it's very clearly structured. And I also feel like as soon as the smart contracts are live, the DeFi space can thrive. One other thing that I really enjoy about the Cardano blockchain is the fact that you can actually send Cardano native assets without having to hold ADA. And I think this is very, very important for usability. Like it's actually quite complicated if I tell someone, hey, you can actually buy a stable coin and you can send it on Ethereum, but you have to hold ETH. It adds like a layer of complexity. So I think like these native assets and the lower fees are going to give the Cardano blockchain an incredibly high edge. And yeah, I think a multi-chain future is something that's going to happen. That means you're going to have multiple blockchains in the future running smart contracts. And yeah, like my vision of the future is that in like maybe let's say 10 years, 5 years is too early, but in 10 years you won't really know what kind of blockchain, what kind of smart contract blockchain is running your application. Like the same way as when you go onto the web, like the web, and you open a website, you don't really know what kind of web server is handling your requests. And the same way it's going to be with blockchains in 10 years. So maybe someone can look back at this video in 10 years and go like, wow, that's incredibly well seen into the future. The Builder, what's your favorite altcoin in terms of short-term potential? At the moment, I think Band protocol is pretty interesting. I feel like Chainlink needs a big brother, a competitor, so I've got quite a lot of Band. But yeah, apart from that, DeFi projects I'm pretty big on. Anything to do with derivative trading is good. And also like the Polkadot projects are really interesting. So I'm trying to dive more into those. I'm doing a lot more research, so you can expect some videos about Polkadot projects. It's so much information, really hard to always keep track of everything. Andrew Doe's, love Link, but I'm buying some Band as well. I think what is incredibly interesting with Band is that it's a cross-chain oracle. So Chainlink is mainly doing Ethereum like data for the smart contracts, but Band protocol is partnering with many different cross-chain like Polkadot, Solana, Near protocol. I think Near protocol is also using Band protocol. But yeah, I'll definitely also be making a video about Near protocol. I think that's interesting. So I want to make videos about projects that anyone can use, and not only relying on like super high gas fees on Ethereum. Even though I'm bullish about Ethereum, I feel like at the moment it's only lucrative for people that have like massive stacks. So like trading with 10k, 20k, 30k, something like that. IBFP, garbage. What are you talking about? What's garbage? I'm actually releasing a video. I think it's good that you bring this up. IBFPT. If you haven't already, I highly recommend that you watch Ivan on Tech's video called Respect the Pump. And it's about like realizing that we're all in this together. Just because someone likes one coin or another project, it doesn't mean that you should try and put it down because it doesn't make your projects any better. It's the cryptocurrency space is a non-zero sum game. That means you don't have winners or losers. And I feel like as soon as you realize that, just like putting other projects down or thinking like, oh, that project is trash, I really hate it, it's not going to make your projects pump a lot more. And very often, like the people that say, well, that's trash, blah 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 blah, they don't actually look into the project in depth. And now, of course, Ethereum's gas fees are really expensive, yeah. But you know what else was really expensive? Like computers back in, I don't know, 1995 and so on, because like people, like the technology just wasn't there, but the computers were really expensive. It's like it's expensive because people are using it, and not expensive because it's bad. Yeah, the question is, do you want the car that's running right now, or do you want the car that's running in maybe a few months? But yeah. So that's basically the thing that you've got. You can Cardano is fantastic, but you can't actually reuse it at the moment apart from staking. So that's it. Do you want a car that you can ride right now, even though it's expensive? It sucks if you don't have enough funds, but if you've got enough funds, it's lucrative. I know it's not fair, but yeah, it's like that. I bought Mod. It's an Oracle aggregator and link. Thoughts on Injective protocol? I think so. Wait, Mod I think is pretty cool, but I have to read much more about it. And Injective protocol, I think it's interesting. I believe they're partnered with Matic, and I'm not 100% sure. Like I try to use it, but apart from the staking aspects, I haven't really seen much use. Maybe I'll have to read more about it because there are like so many different projects. But if it's not clearly written, it's sometimes a bit of an issue to figure out like, is it actually useful for people? So yeah. So if you haven't already seen, very nice sunset, very calm. I think I do more of these live streams. It's a lot of fun talking with you guys, sharing some thoughts, sharing some stories. The funny thing is like, I feel like many of my friends have invested into cryptocurrencies already back 2019, 2020, and now they're doing extremely well. My girlfriend also invested in cryptocurrencies, so I, I feel like it's important to spread the knowledge, but without like getting people wrecked by telling them to buy, but like educating them on how to acquire some crypto. Mod is basically a dashboard of major oracles and doesn't add any value yet. So can I assume it's something similar to the graph where you can actually maybe query different data points from various oracles? That would be interesting, but yeah, that's good. I've been looking at staking Theta and T-Fuel, but yeah, Theta has already risen quite a lot. I hope I've been looking at it a bit, but unfortunately I didn't have the time. I'm still working onto actually onto the end of next week. So onto the end of next week, I still got to work. I'm still working full time, and yeah, starting from like the week after next week, I can actually do this full time without having to go. I don't have to actually go to work. I can actually work from home, but I've still got quite a lot of responsibilities. So yeah, been doing these videos during my free time or in the evening. right, like doing research, writing scripts, thinking about new ideas, recording the videos, editing the videos, doing all the admin stuff. It's a lot of fun, but it's also a lot of work. Yeah, so unfortunately I didn't manage to get, but I'll definitely be making a video about Rocket Pool soon, possibly at the end of this month or the beginning of next month. I'll definitely be making a tutorial, something like that. I'm not sure if I'll do, maybe I'll do it on the testnet, something like that. So yeah, I'll be closing this stream. It was a lot of fun, and I will be making a video tomorrow. Hi Ed. I'll be making a video tomorrow about the market, what to expect with the market, where we can possibly head towards. It's less of a prediction, more of analyzing the current situation and how it can pan out. And I think this is going to be interesting. I definitely not panicked or anything like that at the moment. To be honest, I don't really feel these dips that happen. But that's also because I managed to get in incredibly early. And if you didn't manage to get in that early, then I just recommend that you start reading about the technology, start trying out some apps. And when you actually start trying out the apps, you realize like what kind of potential this is going to have. So that was it for this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.